Welcome to White Rice, Brown Rice. Let's dig into the flavorful mix of interracial relationships. From cultural quirks to family dynamics, we're serving up fresh perspectives on love, laughter, and all things Asian Caucasian. So grab your chopsticks and forks because it's time to mix it up.
You can't put your feet on it.
I know. I wiggled it. Wiggle it just a little bit. Are we doing a dance today?
A dance?
Yeah, you said learn the dance for Friday.
We're going out.
Oh, I thought we were doing it for the podcast. I'm practicing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So in our relationship, you are not the dancer,
I know this.
but we could do a dancing episode.
We could do cultural dancing. I'll show
Okay.
you some of my Cambodian
Do you
dancing.
know how to Cambodian
I
dance?
do.
You do?
Yeah.
What is it? Cambodian tea light dancing or light candle dancing?
No, we don't candle dance. I don't
Somebody
know what that means.
candle dances because my
I don't know what that
sister-in-law
means.
wanted them at her wedding.
That's
She said
maybe
something about a
Chinese.
candle. Okay.
Cambodians don't.
They don't
I
candle
don't know.
dance.
There's no candle dance.
I candle dance. On special occasions. But so I wanted to tell you that I found something that I thought would be, it's the perfect podcast conversation. I was cleaning out stuff in the basement, and King and I have moved from house to house a couple of times. So this is not something new, but I've never seen it before. And I feel like the universe was saving this precious gem for just this opportunity
For
for
our
us to
podcast.
start our
Yep.
podcast, White Rice, Brown Rice. And it happened to just end up right on the top of a book pile. You ready?
Yes.
The definitive guide to stuff white people like.
See, readers, research.
I guess. So I thought, like, why would King buy this? Maybe he didn't buy it. Maybe it was like a gag gift or something. But as I'm playing detective, when I find this book, I find the Amazon packing list, like the invoice. And on the invoice, it has a date, March 21st, 2011. That was before we met.
Before you met?
It was not for me.
It was for other white girls.
Other white girls. And it was ordered by him. It wasn't even a gift, like a gag gift. And the other packing invoice that came with it is the funniest, most white people invoice I've ever seen. Also ordered by him. It was for Jack Johnson. You know who Jack Johnson is? The whitest white person you'll ever meet.
Mm-hmm.
For like chord books, because he was learning to play the guitar back then. And
I
he's
like Jack Johnson.
still to this day obsessed with Jack Johnson. Like, he's so obsessed. I think it was his #1 artist on Spotify Wrapped for this year. Not gonna lie, Jack Johnson. I'm like, when was the last time he put out a song? He just listens to him all the time. So this was not
A gift.
bought for me.
It was bought to learn more about you.
Maybe it was the universe working in our favor. I didn't know that he dated other white women, though. So why would he need to know what white people? No, I sound jealous. I'm not jealous.
Because he wanted to.
But I'm
date other
so
white women.
curious. I haven't asked him, but I'm so curious. Like, why the hell did he buy this book? So I want to talk about this book today, though. We don't have to talk about why King bought it. So on the back, there's the picture of the author, who is also the whitest white guy I've ever seen. His name is Christian Lander. And he is the creator of the website Stuff White People Like. And he's a PhD dropout, which is also a very white thing to do.
It's very hippie-ish.
Yeah, he looks kind of homeless. Definitely looks like he's from the West Coast. He's on a bike with New Balance.
Groceries.
Yeah, and like a vest of some sort. Like, is that a safety vest? Maybe, and a hoodie with like
It looks
curly
like a
hair.
sweater tied
Around-
around him.
Really? Oh, maybe. I
I
don't
don't have
know.
my progressives on.
But yeah, he's a PhD dropout, which is also such a white person thing to do. Like, do you know any Asians that ever went
No, you'd get murdered.
right? Like
Drop out of
only white
school.
people drop out of school. But I thought we could open it up. Now there's over 100 things in here, like 150 or something like that. But I thought maybe we could start with like the top 10
Yeah, top
just
10.
for fun and talk through it. And
Top 10 white people thing
do you want to guess what the first thing could be? Like what if I asked you in a survey, like Family Feud style,
would be the top 10
top
things
or the top one? Like let's just go for one. Let's see if you're
that
close.
white people
Like besides dropping out of school and
grilled cheese sandwiches.
oh,
I've never heard of a grilled cheese sandwich until I went to a white person's house for lunch.
I do love grilled cheese. And now the cool white person thing to do is to like make it a gourmet grilled cheese. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good answer. Let's see. It's not the number one.
Okay.
The number one is coffee.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's predictable.
Yeah. White people do love coffee.
Yeah.
I love coffee.
My husband loves coffee.
Do you drink coffee?
Nope. I
Not
drink
at all.
tea
Tea.
and hot water.
Yeah. King drinks tea, but he'll also drink coffee.
Yeah.
It's both.
We're not, I feel like Asians don't do it on a regular. I'll drink a coffee, but it's not programmed in me to wake up and go make a coffee.
Mm. King does. I think
Although my
he's needed it.
My dad did.
Yeah.
He loved his small Tim Hortons double double. And I'm like,
Uh-huh.
Dad, there's no coffee in there. There's just milk and sugar.
Well, King's grandfather used to drink the chicory coffee, like the real strong, dark stuff.
The one in the tin can,
Yeah.
silver, with like
Um,
red writing.
I don't know.
That's Asian.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the dark stuff.
The
It's good
real,
stuff.
the sludge,
Yeah,
which I actually really like.
Yeah.
We get it in New Orleans, the chicory coffee. That's the kind that I order, the stuff from Cafe Du Monde.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
Okay, what's number 2? Coffee. Yeah,
Number 2.
I can see that.
You want to know the funniest part of this, though?
Hmm.
Me and King met at Starbucks for the first time.
Because he read the book.
He read the
He
book.
goes, "She
Oh my gosh, is that why
likes white girl going like coffee. I'm gonna take her
Oh
there."
my gosh.
Totally. You know he read this
I know he read it, but
before dating you.
Starbucks.
Planned.
It was planned out. Okay, number 2. Religions their parents do not belong to.
Yeah, so
That's
real.
100%.
So 100%. If you're Catholic, I'm going to be atheist.
Yeah.
If you're atheist, I'm going to go into Judaism.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think it's part of that white people like to be cultured too. And
Mhm.
there's, I think,
Even when it's not their culture.
even when it's not their culture, right? We love to be diversified and to celebrate diversity. So we'll like cling on to something. I think a lot of white people like to cling on to aspects of religions. Like, ooh, I like this part about
Yes.
Buddha. The amount of white people that have a Buddha statue as home decor. Like that would be like you just having like a picture of Jesus in your house.
So it would never happen.
Right, because you don't follow that
I don't-
religion.
And I don't need to feel diversity like that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
'Cause-
mean?
Yeah, because you are the
Because I'm
divi-
already diverse.
I don't know. Maybe you're not
Look,
diverse if you're
what-
Asian. You're
Sam and
cold.
I talked about this. Where if we had a group like Cambo's in Leamington, we just stuck to the group. We assimilated as far as, the processes and procedures of daily life and,
Mhm.
working and life that way. But in other areas, it was just, no, we have our own culture. Like we don't
Yeah.
celebrate this or this. And
That's an immigrant thing. So my grandparents that immigrated from Germany, but my grandfather was originally from the Ukraine, they did the same thing. They moved to an area with a big Ukrainian population. And we grew up in the Ukrainian Orthodox Church.
right.
And it's so funny because all the Ukrainian men had German wives. And I think part of that was because the Ukrainians were displaced during World War II. So they all came here with German wives. So it was like a perfect marriage of cultures because the women would be in one room smoking their cigarettes, speaking German, eating, laughing. And then the men would be in the back room smoking cigarettes, drinking, laughing, speaking Ukrainian.
Yeah.
And my Oma, my grandmother, never learned Ukrainian. She never had to because all of her friends were German. So they stuck very close together.
Yeah.
Like, we don't need friends outside of this circle.
Yeah.
So I could understand that. Putting myself in any immigrant shoes, you want a little bit of home, right?
Mhm.
You want a place where you can speak your native language
Mm-hmm.
and feel normal
Comfortable.
and comfortable. Yeah, rather than always trying to extend yourself.
Yeah.
So I get that. I think like in our lives now, it's Asian. So my in-laws that are immigrants, they stick very close together and
Yeah.
only vacation with other Asians. And
Yeah.
my King's uncle went on vacation with their CPA. I don't know that they were friends before, but I think they both wanted to take the same vacation.
That's
And
so
they were
funny.
both Chinese, so it worked. But yeah, back to the religion
Yeah.
aspect. I agree. I think white people do like other religions.
Yes.
So, all right, number 3, film festivals.
Never have I ever
Me neither.
been to a film festival. I've heard
Okay.
of them.
There is a couple facts under this one, and I read it and I was like, okay, I've never been to a film festival, but I am guilty of this. 90% of white people have taken a film class at some point in their life. Like in college,
Mm-hmm.
I definitely signed up
I
for the
took a
film
film
for like
class.
a humanities credit or
Because it was an
something.
easy credit.
So easy. And I would just sleep.
Yeah.
And it's so dark. And it was like 9 a.m. on a Monday.
Yeah. It
Best
was
naps.
8:30 on the Monday.
Were we in the same class?
Oh, sleeping next to each other. Didn't even know it.
We didn't go to college together, but yeah. So film festivals. I'm not into movies though. That's not
I'm into
me.
watching them. I'm not into studying them.
Fair enough. And I guess you do study them as part of a film festival. Like it's for a reason.
Yeah. There's
right?
like, yeah.
Questions.
I mean, you
and
want to know the
discussions.
producer and the director, and it's more
Yeah.
than just the film itself.
It's not
Like,
just watching a film for enjoyment. It's
That's-
discuss and
I don't want to talk about it.
find connection through movies. Number 4, assists. When you say the word assist, the first thing you think of is Steve Nash or Wayne Gretzky.
I think that's dated. I don't even know what that means.
Clearly, who's Steve Nash? I know Wayne
Basketball
Gretzky.
player.
Oh, but maybe assists could also be like pass the buck.
What does it say?
In basketball, passing is a kind of must so that white guys can carve out a niche and guarantee acceptance on a team.
Oh, when you say assist, okay.
Trying
now-
to be a white guy who dunks is like trying to be a white rapper. Yeah, well, he's only talking about
basketball and hockey. So,
Here. One explanation is that white people still feel guilty over slavery, colonialism, and the Crusades, so passing is a way to make up for it.
okay, I see that. Yeah, when you could score, you're not going to score. You're going to be the assist instead, and you pass off so that that person scores because they might be Asian or
Guilt. Yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
guess it's when you're talking about dealing with other cultures
yes,
or ethnicities. So, like, I'm going to pass you the ball and give you
Yeah.
the credit.
yeah.
I do give you all the credit for this podcast, by the way.
I give
So
it,
not me.
I give it back to you.
No, you're not supposed to give it back. You're supposed to dunk the ball. Take the credit. It makes me feel bad.
It's
White
too
guilt.
vulnerable. I don't like it.
Okay. Definitely not us. Number 5. Oh, yeah. Farmer's market. We've talked about this. I try to get you to go to the
No.
farmer's market with me all the time.
I don't like it.
I love it.
Rich loves it.
Everything is great. You can find treasure. You're outside. You get samples.
That's the other thing. The whole outside thing. I don't know if it's just me.
No, it's not just you.
I don't want to be outside unless I can be inside.
No, King definitely feels the same way. He hates going outside for any reason.
Yeah, I don't like
He
it.
doesn't like the cold. He
Yep.
doesn't like the wet. He doesn't like the sun. He doesn't like
Yep.
the clouds.
I don't like the beach unless I know that I can go into the water, but I don't want to go walk down there and just hang out because it's beautiful. Yeah. It's I don't know. I think it's a refugee thing.
You think? Or
I
you
think so.
okay.
You want the comforts
the-
of what you worked for to be like you want to be indoors. You don't like roughing it outside.
But what if you have a really great patio?
I can sit on a patio, yes. But usually it's never on purpose. I don't know how to describe it. Like if you gave me any scenario of anything and if it was outside versus inside, that would play a big factor in my decision.
There's some good stuff at farmers markets, though.
No.
We found these mushrooms and really good meat.
Find that at the grocery store.
Yeah, but it's local and it's fresher.
And then I would hire somebody to go buy it for me.
So, would you go to an Asian farmers market?
No, because Asian people would never have a farmer's
Yes,
market.
they do. The kind in parking lots, like underneath the bridges.
Yeah, but that's in
I've
another
been there.
country. Yes, I
No,
would do that.
I've been there in the United States. There's like random parking lots, usually under a highway bridge. I don't
Yeah,
know
it's
how they
probably
pick the
illegal.
spot. Probably that's why they're hiding under a
Yes.
bridge. But you go there and there's all these trucks with produce on the back.
I would consider that. Yes.
It was a very,
Because it's Asian products.
it's not Asian products. It's like just
Well, you're going to find
stuff
Asian things.
Asian like people like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like bean sprouts.
Right. Yeah. And I would go to that.
That's a farmer's market.
Not in the way that the white farmer's market is.
No, the white farmers market is much better
No.
in the sense that we have things like beer.
Ghee.
I was gonna say like beer samples and ghee. Yeah. All right. Number 6, organic food. For sure.
Yeah.
I think that's just like a universal thing.
It's
more
now
of like
universal.
and it's
it-
probably more of a socioeconomic privilege,
Yeah.
right? Because not everybody has access.
And organic hasn't been popular. Like it just became popular, I'd say, in the last 10 years, right? Where
maybe a
everybody
little bit
wants
more.
organic.
Yeah. And they also have on here artisan bread in that category. I do love artisan bread.
I don't know what that means.
Like a bakery bread, like a really good.
Like
you
with nuts
do
and
love it.
stuff in it?
Oh, just bread. It could be sourdough. It could be. I bet you
Would the bread
sourdough's
in
in this.
Portugal be considered artisan
Oh, yeah.
bread?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Then I like
So I bet you sourdough is somewhere in this. Making sourdough.
yeah, like
That
a
is
starter.
such a white
That's
person
such a white
thing.
person thing.
Diversity. That's number 7. We were
Mm.
talking about it
Mhm.
already. Yeah, white people love ethnic diversity. I think we've talked about this before where white people, especially around here, have jumped on the Asian train, like food train.
Mhm.
Asian restaurants in the last 10 years exploded in our area. People love pho. Still can't say it.
Mhm.
I want some
Pho.
pho soup. Some pho soup.
And
Restaurant.
it makes it seem like it's this like amazing new
New
cultural
thing, yeah, like,
phenomenon when
have
it's
you-
like we've been eating this shit for years, dude.
Or the Asian fusion
I
restaurants.
don't mind those.
They're
too
good,
much.
but
Yeah.
like, how can we entice the white people to come eat at our restaurant
Mm-hmm.
by just making it this much Asian?
Yes.
And then the rest is the way white people like it.
right. Yeah, like chicken balls. That's not Asian.
You're the only one that likes those chicken balls.
I don't eat the chicken balls
Then why do you order them?
because my kids like them.
Okay. They're basically chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets wrapped in like a really thick layer of dough.
Yeah.
Like the deep fried.
I ate one that one time. I didn't love it.
I love deep fried. That's why.
But you don't love the chicken balls.
No.
No, I think they're gross too. I don't know. I do think with the explosion of, we'll use restaurants as the example. There's a lot of Indian, Middle Eastern, right?
Mhm.
But it is whitewashed,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So white people come in and eat it.
Yeah.
And I do love me some diverse food.
Yeah.
So I appreciate it. But as a white person, I'm part of the problem.
I
It's
don't
maybe
think
it's not a problem.
problem.
It's not a problem.
But if you were to
We-
get real Chinese food, you
I
would not
have.
eat it. I know, but it
Not-
would be your thing.
No,
It
there's
has
some
to
things
be.
that I say no. I will not
Yeah.
eat chicken feet.
Or
I can't.
tripe.
Try no.
Love it. Like my fave.
Ooh.
Blood soup. So good.
Oh,
Blood
no.
congee.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yum.
But I have definitely expanded my palate 17-fold since
Yeah. I think you've done a
since
good
getting
job
together with
of
King.
being
Like
more diverse.
I ate like some like heart marrow. No, what was it?
He was cooking that the other day. I saw him put it on a tray.
Yeah.
Some heart and neck.
Yeah. And he doesn't tell me what it is until after I eat it, and then I'll
Smart.
ask. And then I'm like, okay, I guess it's fine.
It's really good for you.
Yeah, no, I agree. I just never would you ever have seen my mother cooking a heart.
Right. Well,
Right.
because you never, I feel like
We
that
never
comes
had
with the
to.
struggle, right?
Yeah.
You have to eat everything that
Mhm.
you have and make it work
Yeah.
to feed yourself. So you learned creative ways to cook the
Mhm.
organs, which then now is like the cool thing because everyone's learning like, wow, this stuff is
really
so
so
good
good.
for you.
Yeah. And it can be so tasty
It can
if you
be,
know how
if
to
you
cook it right. Yeah, I do love the fact that my girls are they love all of that.
Yeah.
And if you would have offered me heart at age 8, I would have been like, fuck you, I'm out of here. All right. Back
So
to
I don't
the
think it's a
list.
bad thing.
No.
I don't think the fusions are bad. What I don't like is the making it seem like it's something new. of
Right.
cooking
And
heart.
then
It's like, no, dude.
benefiting from it.
Right. Been here, done it. Been
Well,
doing
I
it
was-
for a long time. You know what I mean?
I read this article, these two white women, I think somewhere in California or something, are blowing up on social media for mahjong. They've whitewashed it somehow, and
Oh.
the Asian message boards are like pissed. Don't blame them,
Yeah.
but they jumped on this opportunity, and it's not even their thing, right?
Like making it this new cultural phenomenon when it's
You're right.
been here.
Yeah.
Been
says
here, done it.
says the white
Just
girl.
give the credit. That's all. I
Yeah.
feel like if you don't give the credit, then and come out as it's your own new thing.
And I think white people love to take advantage of that. Not all.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, we love to latch on to parts of cultures and be like, this is so great. I do it all the time.
Yeah, which you
Yeah.
can do it. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but
Don't own it.
don't own it. Exactly.
Yeah. All right, number 8. This is a bit of an older book, so I wonder if it would drop in the list. But number 8 is Barack Obama. White people, this is the only thing it says about it. White people like Barack Obama because they are afraid that if they don't, they will be considered racist.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, I mean, he had a lot of really good policies
Yeah.
that I back, but like for sure, there's an aspect
Jumping on
of
the
that.
bandwagon.
Jumping on the bandwagon.
I do support you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've got one black friend. I love black people.
My neighbor 3 doors down is black.
Right. I'm not racist.
I live in a black neighborhood.
I feel like a lot of these are white guilt, white
Right.
which is not an untruth, right? If we really like stop to take a look at ourselves as white people. But I still think it's funny. All right, 9. Oh, here you go. This is for you. Making you feel bad for not going outside. Farmer's market.
I know. Walking along the beach.
That's great.
Going for a hike in the woods.
Yes, I always try to get you to go for a hike. I love hiking.
Oh.
Yeah. But like watching the sunset.
No. I know. Rich every year, Florida. Babe, you want to go down to the beach and see the sunset? I'm like, no, I did that last year. I did it already.
It's a different sunset.
It's the exact same sun, same beach.
But it's not really about the sun or the beach.
I know. This is where we have the conversation.
It's about the experience.
Experience. Yes.
The special time together.
Yeah. I realize that when you say it. But for me, when he asks it, all it comes in my head is I have to change my shoes because I'm going to get sand in my shoes, or I'm going to take off my shoes and my feet are going to get dirty from the sand. And if it's cold, because it's always colder down there, if I don't bring a sweater, I'm going to be uncomfortable the entire time. And then I see the sun, and then once it goes down, it's going to get even colder. And then I got to walk all the way back across the beach. It's just too
You're
much.
exhausted
I'm
just talking
tired
about it.
thinking about it.
Oh.
It doesn't bring me joy in my mind. If he said, there's going to be a Chinese guy on the beach, he has a tent, and there's food inside the tent, and we can watch the sunset, I'm down.
So if he entices you with food.
Chinese food.
Okay.
It can't be a hot dog. It can't be a hamburger and fries. It has to be
Good
like
Chinese.
Cantonese chow mein or something.
Okay.
And there's going to be food on the beach, and I can watch it
Ew.
while I'm eating. I'm down.
You get sand
See, that
in
makes me even happier. No, I'll be in a tent.
So what you're saying is I can get you to go to a winter festival or a farmer's market if there is Chinese food.
And we're inside.
It's outside, but under a tent.
Does the tent have walls?
No, maybe.
Ah.
Oh, maybe.
And like a little fire?
I
either?
can work. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It'd have to be inside a tent.
Yeah, it's not, but it's still like cold because you're standing on a frozen
Oh, see,
lake.
now-
Have you ever seen, I know you have, those ads, like the Asian products where like the woman's walking along and it's raining. So she's in, it starts at her waist and it's like the Pope Mobile type of tent, but it's all plastic over her to protect her from the elements.
I don't think I've seen that.
Oh my gosh, that's what you need in life.
I would
It's like
use
you're
it.
walking around in a little personal bubble.
Let's order one.
Okay. Then you can
I would
wear
wear it. And everyone would be like, hey, there's Boofa.
All right. I don't know how you breathe in it.
Well, because it's open. Wouldn't it be open?
Maybe. I don't know. I've never looked that much at it. I just look at it and go like, oh
I'm going to
gosh.
find one on Temu.
Yeah.
We're going to
Oh,
order
like,
it.
okay.
We could do a Temu episode.
Oh,
Asian
thing.
gadgets, because I think that's an Asian thing. We love our gadgets.
yeah, you do.
I do.
I saw a video or a reel, an Asian guy snowboarding, and attached to him was a little grill, and he was cooking meat skewers. So he was going around the ski hill selling
Selling.
meat.
So smart.
Would you
See?
go skiing if I had one of those guys there?
Yes.
Okay. I know the way
I
to your
would.
heart.
I would
We're doing-
consider it at least and put on snow pants. Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah.
I'm just
I'm
going to
down.
have pocket meat for you.
Pocket bacon.
Yep. All right. And the last but not least for today, number 10,
And
Wes Anderson movies. I don't know
list
who
the
he
names.
is.
I know him, but I'm trying to remember the.
I don't know who he is. Hotel Chevalier? Chevalier? Natalie Portman got kind of naked. I don't know. That's what it says. The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. I don't know how to pronounce any of this. Oh, the Royal Tenenbaums.
Yes, yeah.
I
They're
did
like
see that
quirky,
one. Yeah,
quirky,
really like
wonky movie.
dry, weird satire.
Dark
humor.
humor,
Yeah.
quirky.
Rushmore and Bottle Rocket.
I only know the Royal Tenenbaums.
I don't know. I guess white people might like it, but not this one. I don't even know who
Well,
he
you're
is.
not a movie buff at all.
True. Okay, I got to read number 11. I know we only said 10, but
Okay.
like number 11 is too perfect. Asian girls. 95% of white males have at one point in their lives experienced yellow fever.
Yeah. I think it's the romanticized idea of an Asian girl being subservient.
Have you ever had a guy try to China doll you? Say something that is like creepy in that way? Like,
Oh yeah,
ooh.
yes. I always felt that from every person I feel like I've ever dated.
You've always felt that?
Yeah. I never described it as China doll me, but that makes sense.
Right? Like, I don't know. Like, that's maybe
Yeah.
that's not the
I
word
felt that
for
in
it.
the initial meetings of people, and then they realize like, oh no, she's not
Not that kind
like
of Asian.
she's not that. She ain't that Asian. She whitewashed.
Yeah. What does it feel like? What's the vibe that you get?
they feel like I'm a delicate person. I don't know
like
how
a
to
China
describe it.
doll,
Yeah,
right?
you described it perfectly for me to
Yeah.
actually understand it.
Is that what
Because
that
I
David
have
Bowie song is about? China doll, just you shut your mouth.
oh, I have no idea.
Oh, I don't know. I'll have to look into it, but
No, but I do know other Asian girls my age
mhm.
that when we were younger, that's how they portrayed themselves
Right, to
as this
try to
very
get.
like dainty, good home cooked meal type girl. And I
Mhm.
remember just seeing that and always fighting back like, fuck that. You can cook your own meals. I'm not doing shit for you. But now, as I'm married, I quite revert back to the China doll and I actually
Do all
do
the
the duties that I, in my mind as a younger person, was like, that's never going to happen.
rich broke you.
I don't think he broke me. I think just my traditional, I do enjoy doing it. Like, I love it.
Okay.
But
But nobody's going to force you to do it. It has to be your choice.
exactly.
That
But
makes sense.
that might just be my personality.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's 100% you.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm the same way though. If I would have been in your shoes, I would have been like, no way.
Yeah.
I would rebel against
Yes.
everything
Yeah.
Asian.
That makes total sense. I like your like that totally just went on like light bulb of ding 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 ding. That's the feeling I get with white guys.
You like that feeling
No,
then?
they treat me like that. And I never knew what that meant or like what that
Oh.
was.
But isn't
And
it
the
weird that you've
expectation, like
only been attracted to white guys? Like that would make me run. I'd be like, nope, not dating the white guys if that's the way they treat
it
me.
wasn't an uncomfortable feeling. I could feel their expectation on me. Does that make sense?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, the expectation of being the China doll.
Uh-huh.
But I rebelled against it.
Yeah. Did they like you even more then?
Some did,
I
some
could
did
see
not.
that. Like, ooh, okay, she's a feisty
Yeah.
Asian.
She a
Yeah.
feisty one.
Yeah. Well, that would tell you a lot about a person too, right?
Hmm.
So were you attracted to that guy that was like chasing after your feistiness?
Yeah, I never liked guys that actually liked me right away. I feel like I always like the douchebags. Like
Yeah.
really cocky,
Mm-hmm.
really high confidence type guys. White guys.
Like guys, yeah. Frat boys.
Frat boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who would want you to be subservient? So you're
Exactly.
so twisted. You're
I
everything
know.
backwards.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
I married a semi frat boy
For sure.
who's like the creepy guy at the end of the bar. So,
Well, now he is, but I feel like probably back in the
but
day, I could see him not being.
yeah,
He definitely fits the stereotype of like, look at me, like I'm
like,
so cool, and he
yeah,
looks like a dweeb.
yeah,
So you're just like, oh god.
yeah. Well, that's what I used to think of him. Was like,
That
oh
I was.
god,
I know we've talked about this before, but like, I would never date a guy like Rich. Like, anytime I see a guy like Rich, I love you, Rich, but like, anytime I see a guy like that, I was like, oh no, like anybody that tries.
and that's what I'm attracted to.
Yeah, that's
That's
funny.
so weird.
But see, King's the complete opposite. Like he
Yeah,
would never. He's the dude just chilling in the corner, like judging everybody. Right.
yeah.
Sitting there
And
like
I'm
miserable.
like so not attracted to King B.
Right. Our husbands are safe.
They're so.
I love like Rich as a person. I think he's hilarious, but never have I ever been attracted to someone like that.
Right.
It's such a like a turn off, like the frat boy to me.
Yeah.
But like I like the guy that's just standing in the corner,
But
like
okay, so here's
watching.
where I'm thinking, because growing up culturally, there wasn't a lot of frat boy type Asian. Like Asian people are just in general not like that.
No.
They're not show offy. They're
Mm-mm.
not putting themselves out there to be in the like the limelight. And I think maybe that's where my attraction to white men came from.
Because the opposite, you want the opposite of
Yeah. Well, and I
what
never.
you knew.
Yeah.
And maybe the same is true for me.
Right.
Growing up
Growing
predominantly
up,
white area,
you
a
only douchies.
bunch of douches, man.
Yeah. But right there, ding, ding, ding,
Ding ding
ding.
ding, we
We just
figured it out.
figured it out.
Yeah,
That's totally.
totally. Yeah.
Oh, my life is different now.
I know. Look at you. Look at us.
I feel
figuring out life, doing podcasts,
Finally know
changing
why
the
I
world.
like my husband.
Awesome.
Ultimately, because he's a good person.
He is.
Deep
like,
down, all the layers of him.
he is a very
He's
good
he's just a
person.
good person.
We call him anything. He's over in a
Yeah.
hot second. He's got a good heart. I've just never been attracted to guys
We know
like
why.
Rich. Yeah.
because
now we
you were
figured it out.
surrounded to guys like Rich when you were younger,
Yeah, but
and I was not. I was surrounded to the opposite, like
Mhm.
a weaker. No, I don't want to say weaker, but more meek type of man. Like my dad was he was strong, but he wasn't like.
he's the guy that's just standing in the corner.
Yeah.
There's strength in that, though.
Yeah, there
Like
is.
one that doesn't have
It's
to be part
different.
of it. Like
Yeah.
I actually really love King for that. He does not have FOMO. He doesn't have to be part of it.
Yeah.
And I actually think that's a super attractive quality.
Well, next episode we'll read some more.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe.
Though there's like
Or just
there's
highlight,
140 more.
Let's highlight 5 top.
Yeah.
we
Top
can
more.
relate
I'll look
to.
through and we'll talk more. I just find it fascinating that there's a book.
On what white people like.
Yeah, I wonder how many copies were sold.
We should see if there's an Asian one.
Christian Lander, if you're out there, call us because we would love to talk.
Shoot us
to you
an
about this
email.
book.
innerricepod@gmail.com. We'll chat with you. We'll get
I
you
don't
on
think he's
air.
doing much. He's probably not doing much
I think
right
we're
now.
looking him up.
It's 2011, so like I don't know what he's doing now. Yeah, we're gonna look him up. We're gonna talk more about this book. I find it fascinating that King bought it.
And now you're married.
And
He
now
brings
we're
you
married.
step by step.
We should write Christian a thank you note. You're it, dude. You're the reason we're married today.
King followed your steps.
That's right. And learned everything you needed to know, specifically about coffee. Yeah, our first date was Starbucks. That's so funny. If there's
You
really a
read it.
connection there,
There's 1,000% connection. 1,000%.
now we know.
Now we know.
All because of Christian. Thanks, dude.
Well,
Cheers to Christian.
cheers to Christian.
Till
Thanks
next
for
time.
mixing it up with us.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yes.
Talk to you later.
Hey, Interrace Pod. We had a blast mixing it up with you today. So use your chopstick or your fork and go ahead and click that like and subscribe button. Also, follow us on social media to stay up to date. We would love to hear from you, so send us an email sharing your interracial stories. See you next time.